So we can get past all of the adverts now on Fubbin. I wanted to go through some of the squads again. It feels like it's been a while since we've kind of had a look at the community squads. They're the community SBCs, but in terms of what you've got, I'm very interested to see what the rating now of things are, because we are seeing so many different price points now. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. I want to know where you're at. What's your team worth? Is it worth the millions by now? Or are we looking now at more specific evos? We have got a lot of specific squads, and I think this is normally the best part of the end of the game, or at least like team of the season, starting to get 90s in, and especially with some of the evos, is making some of these teams, like for instance just a Belgium, an English, a Man City, a Southampton, even something like a Leeds team that's an evolution basis. There's so many decent evos that you definitely could have made it by now. There is a few players, obviously we did the best value players yesterday, we did a full 11, and obviously there is a few that you will see in most teams I can imagine. So we're just going to have a look through a few. We're going to see what players do come up the most. Obviously Cancelo, Guti. I must admit Caicedo's coming in a lot more than I thought he would be. Maradona's obvious 92. Inaki Williams from the season pass, the future stars. A little bit of Cafu, who's been absolutely crazy at the moment. And we've got Vivian, who I'm assuming... Did he do the daily... He did the team of the... I always call it the daily star for some reason. The team of the year Evo star. Very nice indeed. It's a random choice, but could be for the team that he's personally going for. What else have we got then? I don't know. Trap, Baku. I don't know. Let's have a look a bit further down. We've got 7.8 mil. At the minute, this... Oh, okay, it's because obviously he's picked the ones, but 7.8 mil. We are looking at him. He's got anybody on the bench? Oh, okay. Most of it's coming from Maradona. Obviously, he does now have a 95 as well. So there is two different versions of him, which is always interesting. The fact that he's... I mean, 3-star weak foot. Why has he got such a downgrade on the weak foot? He's a 5.5 on here, but then... only the 3-star weak foot on is 95, which is just crazy in itself. So that's always going to be an interesting one. But obviously he's going to come in absolute clutch everywhere. There's a lot of very bulk standard players now that everybody can use, everybody can afford, and it's well worth having a look at the minute. 4-2-3-1 is going to be another big one in the teams as well. We're going to see a lot of Casillas, I can imagine. We have had quite a few on, what are these? On this day icons rumoured to come out. We've got Ashley Cole rumoured to come out. We've got Burkamp to come out. And then I believe Nunez has got an SBC coming as well. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks, and whether we get into kind of like the FUT birthday with a big bang, it will be very, very interesting. Billing obviously being incredible. Obviously we've got a few other SBC players. We've got a bit of Cole, a bit of Scott, a bit of Di Lorenzo going into here. I want to see something a little bit different. I want to see some Evos. We've obviously got Militao. He's going to be the Evo star for him. But going into that CDM, we've got a bit of Carvajal, Maradona on the right, Smith as a team of the year, Kvaratskhelia that does look a very nice fantasy card. Obviously going to be 5.5 still. He's 5.5 from all of the versions. But now at PSG, it is totally different, which is nice. We also are getting a Rafinha World Tour card, which has now got Rapid and Tiki Taka. It's going to be 90 rated, and it's going to be coming via either an SBC or an objective. We've got De Winter coming in from the academy, which is nice because obviously he's clearly gone for more of a defensive route because he's quite happy with the attack. And then we've also got a lot of attacking options, Team of the Year Blueprint, and I'm assuming we've got the attacking Avalanche somewhere as well, which is always nice. If we've got a low team, is he going to have everybody? We've got a bit of a Bundesliga. Ryerson, we're looking at a few of the standards. So a lot of these, to be honest, could probably be evo'd by now. Or at least will have an evo very, very soon. So even that team right there could still be higher rated by an absolute landslide. We've got 10.3 mil. We've obviously got the Mbappe player of the month. Bit of James. We've got Martinez, Rio, Carlos Alberto, Roberto Carlos. We got anybody on the bench? How's that 10 million? So we got 3.3, say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I suppose actually, wow. When you really lay it down and kind of go player to player, it's really not that crazy to think a 10 mil squad is pretty standard really now. From what I play against every week, it's not necessarily that impressive anymore. And granted, some of them are obviously SBCs. Like you could imagine, someone like Zidane would realistically be a couple of million coin worth of a card. We got Leao's new one with the 90s, obviously gone with a Finesse Express for him, which is nice. Bit of gold Saliba could do with the upgrade now. We've also got Gross, a bit of Chiesa that could do with an Evo. I'd say most golds now, other than probably Mbappe and even maybe Virgil, but he has got an Evo, should be pretty much dealt with now. Okay, we got an 89 Maradona, which is always interesting. I do want to humour the fact as well that this is a 44 mil squad. Okay, wow, it's actually meant to be. So, he's got the full bench as well. Whether this is just him picking the team, because we've got, I'm assuming, a past and present Real Madrid squad. Courtois, Tchouameni, Rudiger, Militao. We've got Rodrigo, Bellingham, Alaba in the CDM role, which is interesting. Zidane, Vinny, Ronaldo, Puskás. I mean, I would definitely be looking at Mbappe in that. If you're looking for the highest rated, then obviously Mbappe and Ronaldo would be in there. But I'm assuming he's going for icons to be able to try and get CR7 in, if that's what he's trying to do here. Obviously, you could go for a Valverde as well and put him as a centre mid instead. There's just a whole load of issues going on there. We've also got Real Madrid plus Ronaldo. I'm assuming this is the same guy again. Yeah, pretty much just the same. He's just moved Mbappe to the right this time. We then got a 55 mil squad. Okay, so we're looking at most of the team of the year. So we've got Bellingham, Vinny, Ronaldo, Jairzinho, Pele, Zidane, Walker, Saliba, Van Dijk, Carlos, Alisson, Tchouameni, and Maradona. Just to think, at the minute, that's probably one of the top squads you can get. Obviously, not CR7, R9 and Mbappe would be the two ones you want to go for. On the Ryan side, it'd be like a Hansen team of the year. You'd be looking at like Putellas, or yeah, probably that as a centre mid, or Rodri as one of the most expensive in that roles. Cam wise, I'd probably say he's up there to be honest with Pele, and then the defence is pretty much there as well. So other than maybe changing the goalkeeper as well, you're looking at one of the most expensive teams. You're probably looking between around about, I'd say about 60 to 70 mil as the most expensive 11 that you could physically get at this point. So very interesting to see. If you've got that many coins, you know you can get the most expensive team. We've obviously got a bit of Evo. Dembele's going to come in. Bit of Parlo as well. It's interesting to see now, like a million coin squad really doesn't seem that much anymore. We've got 90 million. I'm assuming he's got multiple people on this bench. Yeah, I was gonna say, you got Maldini at 2.1. It's pretty standard. Like, obviously you're never going to turn that down, are you? Really could do with a better Messi at some point, to be fair. I think that is now the next list. Really, we've got the honourable mentions, which is nice, but I want a little bit more. I swear we've seen this team already. Have we seen it already? Probably. Oh yeah, because we've got Ronaldo there. So let's move over a little bit more. We've got 105 mil. All it is they're just going to basically have more of a bench, to be honest. Let's have a look at 5.6 then. We've got Gold Mbappe, who is now lower than a million coins, which is crazy. It's taken him a long time, but finally under a mil. That means there is no gold cards over a million coins anymore. We've obviously got a lot of Evos going on here. Teo's got an Evo. Cow's got an Evo. Maradona's an Evo. Stam's an Evo. Dumfries is an Evo. We've even got the centre mid who's an Evo. You could even go Thuram if you really wanted to go the iconic Rise, or at least Schmeichel maybe. There is so many Evos going on there as well. Let's have a look then. We got Napoli. Oh, that'd be a nice team to make, to be fair. Seeing as though everybody got a Maradona, the Napoli team with Billing, with obviously Zambo, Lukaku, the old Kvaratskhelia, Gilmore. That's a solid squad, especially with a few Evos. If you've been doing that already, not bad whatsoever. And then pretty much just the standard. Maradona, Sesko, Wirtz, Zidane, Roberto. They've given us so many good squads. Most squads now feature like a Team of the Year Evo star for the SBC, for the Evo for the centre-back. You then have normally a Team of the Year blueprint potential. We normally have an attacking, what's they called? The academy upgrade, depending on the position. You have a Maradona, you have a Zidane, you have a Bellingham. Roberto was a fantastic SBC to get. And then maybe like a goal with Mbappe. That's kind of like your bog standard, your base of a team. Everybody's been kind of given to you other than, for instance, Mbappe. And that is just what everybody goes off. It's crazy how many people have so many of the, just a couple of the same players. Unless they're building a random squad. It is very much the same in pretty much most of the top teams nowadays. You will always find a Team of the Year blueprint, an academy, and maybe an SBC, but a lot of Evos, and then kind of like Thuram here with the iconic Rise. That's going to also be another Evo you can go in. And then if you go again, you go to like another 4 mil team. You'll go into here. You've obviously got Wirtz as the first one. You've got the... Is that just his 92? Is it honourable mentions? I thought that might have been an Evo. You've obviously got, for instance, the 91 Elise. It's a very, very nice new card. You've got an SBC, Courtois. You got Liao, who's probably due the evolution soon. SBC, Season Pass. Bog Standard, SBC. Loads and loads of SBC evolutions that will fit into pretty much every team. Like we say, Zidane is normally 1. Patrick is an SBC. Evolution, Blueprint. Obviously, Ronaldinho is an SBC. Another Evolution, SBC, SBC. And you've got an Evolution and also just a very good pack pull with Roberto Carlos. So that's going to be all the teams so far. I think at the minute we're looking pretty good on the market. It seems to be going further and further down into the parallel. We're on minus 12.88 now. Starting to make a little bit of a curve by the minute. It is very interesting to see where we are heading, which is natural. We're kind of almost, not necessarily plateauing, but we're kind of coming up a little bit more. But I can imagine this is going to be the ride, the wave now for a little bit of time until we get into some very good promos anyway. So let me know your thoughts on teams. Let me know the price of your team if you could figure it out to the closest million. And I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.